Without faith, you ain't fucking nothing. Without faith, you're nothing. You don't have shit. Faith is the most important thing you should own in your fucking life. Over everything. Faith should be over fucking everything. Let me tell you guys a story. So I went out to eat 2 days ago for my birthday with my grandfather. Me and my grandfather, we share the same birthday. And he's been having health problems. And anytime he has been prescribed some type of meds, some type of medicine, any form of medicine, he hasn't taken it. And the doctors are like, hey, you need to take this, or else so-and-so is going to happen, or else you're going to get this outcome. Just on his ass. And everybody else is on his ass too. Like, hey man, like you need to take these pills. Everybody's on his ass. My family, like, hey man, you need to take these pills. And he's just like, no. And the reason why he's saying no is because he has so much faith in the Lord. He has so much faith that the Lord will heal him. He doesn't believe in that shit. He believes in the Lord healing him. His faith is so fucking strong. People think he's delusional. People who say they have faith, right, call him delusional. But in reality, he's just on a whole different level. He's on a whole different level when it comes to faith. He's at the maximum level. So as we were sitting down to eat, we went to eat at Chili's. And he's just talking to me the whole entire time. And he told me this one story. And he's like, I went to the doctors the other day and they ran a test. I forget exactly what the test was, but he takes the test and the doctor comes in and he tells him, hey man, like you have cirrhosis of the liver. And he said, I don't believe it. I want to take another test. I want a different machine. I want a different test. He wanted everything to be different. So he gets what he wants. And so they run another test. This test being different from the one he previously took. Because he said the first one, the doctor just looked at an x-ray and just decided from there. Okay. So they take a test. He said they put him in some type of tube. He had a pad around his stomach. There was like padding in the front, padding in the back. And he said he was in this tube for about half an hour. Okay. Excuse me, hour and a half. So he was in this tube for a fucking long time. And he asked whoever was operating the machine at the time after he was done if the results were okay. And he said the doctor just smiled at him because I guess she couldn't say anything to him. Like how fucking weird is that? Why couldn't you tell him? That's just so, it's just weird. Like that's a different story for another day. But you guys get what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you be able to tell him right there and then how he did? But she just smiled and he was like, just based off of her smile, I knew that there was nothing wrong with me. So he gets back to the room, whatever, and the actual doctor comes in. I think it was a different doctor, I believe, from the first doctor that told him he had cirrhosis of the liver. And he comes back to the room, gets the results, different doctor, and the doctor's like, you don't have anything wrong with you. And a big ass smile just lit up on my face because I'm like, this dude's faith is so strong. Whether if God healed him right there in that moment, or if it was just a test, right? To test how strong his faith was. He didn't, like the outcome was the same. His faith was never unshaken the entire fucking time. And that inspired me because I'm like, fuck, his faith was so fucking strong. His faith is so strong that he told them, I need to take another test. And guys, imagine if his faith wasn't that strong. he wouldn't have taken that other test, and he would have believed he had cirrhosis of the liver, and he would have taken whatever medication they would have prescribed to him at the time, and it probably would have fucked him up even more. I also forgot to tell you guys that they were trying to put like some sort of device in his heart or whatever because of the cirrhosis of the liver. So on top of that, he would have been on medication when he had some type of fucking device in his heart. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But I just wanted to tell you guys that because that's how strong your faith has to be. And I even checked myself after hearing that story. I'm like, is my faith that strong? He's just on a whole different level when it comes to faith. I believe he's maximum level. I believe he's on a maximum level when it comes to faith. And that just shows that God's real. Even with all the shit going on in the world right now, I'm sure you guys heard of the whole Epstein file thing. I don't like to get into that shit. I don't like to get into politics. Anything that goes on, you know, social media. Like, how can I put this? I don't like to dig into what the masses put out, if that makes sense, right? Because most of the time it's just put there to distract us and to take our ability to think for ourselves. So that way we're just thinking based off of what we see, and we're not actually thinking for ourselves, right? And we're not aligned with our purpose, and we just totally forget about our vision because we're so worried about what the masses are putting out on the news, social media, all that shit. I don't like to get into all that shit. I don't really like to scroll. I do catch myself scrolling sometimes. I've been scrolling a lot this week, especially at work. I have to cut that out. But let me stop getting off track. But guys, faith is fucking important, man. It is very important. Without faith, you are nothing. Everything can be taken away from you in your entire fucking life. You can have absolutely nothing. But if you have faith, you will be okay. I promise you. And that story right there proves it. He was willing to die about his faith. He's willing to die about his faith. That shit truly inspired me. Guys, I'm going to continue to show up in here, man. I'm going to continue to show up on here and just be a vessel and put out positive energy every single time I upload a video. That's all I want. I want all of you guys to have a breakthrough. I want all you guys to become the best versions of yourself. I want all of you guys to come on this journey with me, right? We're all going to level up together. As I move up in the rankings, so are you. And that's the whole point of this fucking YouTube channel. I don't give a fuck about views. I don't give a fuck about any number. I give a fuck about putting out this video. And like I said in previous videos, I don't give a fuck if it's one view. That means I changed one person's life, okay? Guys, I love you. And I will see you guys in the next video.